Hello and welcome. Glad you've tuned in, and I'm here with a very interesting report from the Times, which has truly gone into all of the crises that has been going on in Sentebale, and this is worth sharing with you. So settle in. This is straight from their article. And it goes. The Lesotho Children's Center, run by Sentebale, the charity set up by Prince Harry in honor of his mother, was once flush with life. Until recently, more than 700 children with HIV headed to its state-of-the-art facilities for life-changing residential camps each year. It is alleged that the site has been effectively mothballed amid a funding crisis that bled the charity's reserves dry. The charity's flagship holiday camps at the Mamohato Children's Center in Lesotho have ground to a halt, and staff there told to work from home to save costs. The charity has made redundancies to try and steady the ship, and in total, costs have been cut by 25% since March. It marks the latest chapter in the feud that has been going on in the press I've been covering here, with the charity's chair who accused Harry of being misogynistic, misogynoir as well. She accused him of bullying. So if you want to watch more about that, links will be in the cards and at the end screen. So we also had that Charity Commission report that was also released, and the regulator criticized all parties to the dispute for allowing it to play out publicly and said it had, quote, severely impacted the charity's reputation and risked undermining public trust in charities more generally, end quote. So the article here goes on to say that the seeds of the crisis began after Sophie, a Zimbabwean-born lawyer, was appointed chair in 2023. And there was a hint of the trouble to come in April 2024 when Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, went on stage to hand a polo match trophy to her husband and his winning team at a fundraiser. Now, this article here claims that it was awkward and that they use the word supplanting Chandauka, but I will push back on that, saying that we have seen this scene play out so many times in these charity matches where the wife will go up to hand her husband the trophy and there is a kiss. So I'm wondering what history that they're referring to. But of course, they go on here to say that the current chair, that is Sophie, claimed that Meghan turned up unannounced. And, she also made a huge fuss about Meghan going up on stage. She also claimed that Harry had tried to make her make a statement in support of Meghan. Now, of course, all of that is just what she has said. There is no proof of this. So they also go on to highlight the main problem. They say it was a disagreement over the charity's fundraising strategy in the US and a £400,000 bill for consultancy fees that led the relationship to break down fully. Now, for those of you who want to know more about that huge sum of money and how Sophie was spending it on consulting, and I did share more on that, so if you'd like to get the full story, links will be in the cards and at the end screen. And for those of you who would like to, take this minute to not only like this video, but subscribe and click the notification bell and set it to all so that when every upload drops, you will be the first to know. So the article goes on here to say, in March 2025, the charity's co-founders, Prince Harry and Prince Seeiso, along with a number of trustees, resigned. A statement said that the relationship with Chandauka broke down beyond repair, creating an untenable situation. And Sophie retaliated, accusing Prince Harry specifically of harassment and bullying at scale and unleashing the Sussex PR machine, in quotes. And we gone for that again, the bullying and on, which, by the way, the Charity Commission said that they did not find any evidence of that. So we've heard the word hostile takeover being mentioned in the press concerning how Sophie has come in and since the time she was appointed chair. And a lot of you have been also firm in saying that Prince Harry and Prince Seeiso should not allow something that they have poured years into just to go like that into the hands of someone who is mismanaging the charity's finances. In the very least, just empathy. Think about it from your own standpoint. You would not want to work for something close to 2 decades and have someone come in and just take over everything who came in just like 2-3 years ago. You wouldn't want that for yourself. If you have your favorites that you support, you would not want that for them. So you have to extend that across the board. You would not want that for Prince Harry as well. This charity has meant so much to him and Prince Seeiso. It was in honor of their mothers. They had been doing a lot of great work. So back to the article. The commission launched an investigation. It reported this week that they criticized all parties, the article says, and it found no evidence of bullying or racism. So dozens of reliable donors have refused to donate since the Duke of Sussex resigned as patron in March. The article points out here that there is a group of Meghan's superfans, that's what it's being called now, called the Sussex Squad, who pulled funding which was worth an estimated £47,000 per year. Nothing to sniff at. That is a substantial amount. So the online community said this week, quote, "There will be no fundraisers and we urge you to halt all recurring donations until Prince Harry provides further guidance," end quote. Now, for those of you as well who are part of this community who have also given to Sentebale, you have said, you've not only said you will not give anything until Harry and Prince Seeiso are back in position and Sophie Chandoka is gone, many of you have also unsubscribed from the mailing list, telling us again and again in the comments that you had letters emailed to you from this new leadership at Sentebale and instantly it just prompted you to unsubscribe. You can imagine that. The Sentebale Polo Cup, the article here says, the charity's top fundraiser, which raises over £740,000 a year, has not taken place for 2 years now. And Harry himself was also a major donor, pledging 1.1 million to Sentebale from the sales of his memoir. Remember that? So the situation is so serious that, according to a source, the charity has run through much of its £1.4 million in reserves and is now living on a shoestring. The accounts were delayed to manage media narrative on the poor financial position. So that's what they've disclosed. And the charity has hit back on this, denying the claim. They said it had taken action to shore up its finances and only shifted the accounting period to align with the calendar year and what is typically giving season in the US and UK. So that was their own statement on this. So there are fears of the activities of the charity set up to honor Princess Diana and Prince Seiso's mother have already taken a hit, the article says. Principal Chief Theko, who drives past Mamohato Children's Center daily, cannot remember the last time he saw any children there. He says, quote, "The life has totally vanished from that place. It looks closed and more like somebody's private property than the space for children as it was intended to be. That beautiful place is just standing empty with no one benefiting," end quote, the 67-year-old said this week. A Times reporter who visited last month in the middle of the winter holidays saw a car park full of smart 4x4 vehicles, and the site was hosting a health conference, not a children's camp. Interesting. And the charity said that it was renting the space that helped fund its programs, but a guard on the gate said no camp had been held all year. This would represent a drastic change from 2022 to 2023 when 740 children were welcomed to the site. Wow, that guard said the truth. That is so interesting. I would like to know your thoughts on the comments section. Isn't that so sad to see that no camp has been held there all year? And this charity was specifically for the children impacted by HIV and AIDS, the young people, helping to empower those communities. Look at that. Already, the site is just sitting empty. Sophie has got to have a heart. This almost brings a tear to my eye. I'm thinking, what would make someone want to just hold on to a position, seeing that those who are beneficiaries of that are no longer getting the help they need? They're just, they don't have that community to go to. It just makes me just want to tear up. She should step down. If there's any honor in her, if there's any love for those children in Lesotho, she should just step aside. This is bigger than her and her resume or whatever she's trying to do. She has to step away. So the local staff have even been told to work from home where possible to save money on electricity, with one source saying, quote, "It's effectively mothballed." The charity defended its work, saying it remains on track to serve at least 78,000 children and young people, matching or exceeding our 2024 impact, in quotes. And they also went on to say that the schedule at Mamohato includes at least one holiday camp each year. But where is it? If a guard themselves who is not, trying to get into any trouble is saying that the place is just sitting, I'll skip ahead and say what Teko said to this Times article. He said, quote, "I don't understand how that lady from Zimbabwe got so powerful and Prince Seeiso and Prince Harry just walked away. I hope they will come back and fight for this organization that was taken away from them," end quote. Sir, we are with you here on this channel, and I can echo those sentiments here. Harry and Seeiso, fight back. This is your work. It's not anymore about you trying to oust someone. This is seeing the effects of this woman getting into power, and this place is just languishing in like nothingness. They have to get back there and do the right thing, which is have Sophie step away. So the article goes on to say that Sentebale denied the charity was in a poor financial position, saying its mission, cause and impact focused funders, which provide 70% of its income, have remained steadfast. While some royal fans have pulled donations, Sentebale has gained an equal, if not greater, number of individual funders since March 25, they said. Then why is nothing working there? Of course, the spokesperson right now for Sentebale went on to say that the charity had suffered from the media campaign by the Duke of Sussex, which I think it's just their own doing, and it's time for them to own what they've done, because what have they done with the reserves of the money that was there? So this is not right. This is not right. But we know that Harry and Prince Seeiso are still committed to the good work that they have done in Sentebale in honor of their mothers. And they, as they said in their statement, that they will focus on finding new ways to continue supporting the children of Lesotho and Botswana. Isn't that interesting? That has remained at their core. They are going to use their platforms and the financial pull that they have to assist the children in Lesotho and Botswana and beyond. And my prayer is for them to get back the charity and get back to the heart of the charity, which was not climate change, which was some direction that they were being swept into, but back to what really made it start off was when Harry went there and saw the children who are so impacted by the HIV crisis. And they have benefited so far until all this started to happen. So kindly, let's pray for the Duke of Sussex, his family as well, and Prince Seeiso, and let the people's voices rise up. People who are in Lesotho, make your voices heard, even as this chief has. Your voices matter. Join in one voice and say that Sophie is not doing right and she needs to step away. So leave your thoughts on this in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Bernadine Robinson, thank you for the tremendous support and love that you have shown. You are special, loved, and dear to us all here on this community. Allow me here to say that I truly value you. You are loved, and I'm sending you a very warm internet hug. Thank you. God bless you and yours. A very special thank you to you. You go by the handle Nutty Doctor. You have been a tremendous blessing to this channel, and I would like to acknowledge your presence here. That has been a gift. Your altruism and warmth truly shine, and I thank you from the depth of my soul. You are truly kind, you really are. And I continue to pray for God to bless you exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. Thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially, to those who like, comment, and share. I appreciate you all. We welcome all the new subscribers as well. And for those of you who are already subscribed, be sure to click the notification bell. So once again, share your thoughts on this news. If you like this update, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on social media. Links will be in the cards and in the pinned comment. I love you all. Have a great weekend and keep it here for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.